It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the 49ers and the Falcons, just ahead on EA Sports.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. Short throw caught by Pitts. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Niners had 14-2 heading into this final week. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Purdy. Able to find Willis. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Purdy will look to throw again here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here we go now on 1st and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Here's Walker. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ken Walker with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To the air again, it's Ritter. That's into the hands of Woods. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Robinson up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Ritter. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Jack with a sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Ritter back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
3rd and short, Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ritter headed right off the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Ritter with it after the play fake. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch here for London, and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Dexter Lawrence gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Tommy Townsend in punt formation.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Purdy's throw taken in here by Chase. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Play action. Now Purdy. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to the air on second down. Purdy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
Touchdown 49ers!
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now Moody for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A give for Walker running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Now he's forced out right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And here's Matt Ariza now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Going play action, Ritter. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Ritter will set up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
14-yard line.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
18-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Extra point try now for Moody. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score. Niners.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
He's got a man complete, and he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, what a move. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First down, here's Ritter. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Ritter. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw, Ritter. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ritter from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And down to the 41. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front. which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Ritter now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Purdy. Short throw caught by Pitts. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Purdy's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one, but that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. And a dump off here to Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Niners set to take over on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Stiff-armed him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Hardman on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Falcons now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. As this complete to Woods. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
He'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Brought down by Zach Harrison.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
In motion left goes a tight end.
They run again with Walker.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And the 49er first down.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 107 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Davis Price up the middle.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now 2nd and 9. Davis Price once more.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Falcons offense set to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ritter off the play fake.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
Ritter to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter.
It's caught by OBJ.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.